Hey guys, for this version of Video Game Recollection, I'm going to talk about a pretty less common one, but if you've heard of it and you've played it, kudos to you because it was such a great service. So this one's more than just a game, it's actually a service like I just said, and that is called, as you can see from the title up here, Sega Channel. Now, do you guys remember Sega Channel? Now, according to Wikipedia, the service was started in 1994. And first off, let me explain what it was. That would kind of help. Sega Channel was a service where you would download and play Sega Genesis games over your cable network. I think it was AT&T or somebody like that. According to Wikipedia, it was AT&T. And you would actually download games through your service. It would cost $14.95 per month with a $25 activation fee, which is not bad. You would get 50 games a month. You would actually play real games like, Sonic, Golden Axe, and all those good games, all those classics. Primal Rage was sweet. Oh, what a great game. Wasn't Primal Rage criticized for its violence? Who cares? God forbid animals fight each other. In a game. Animal violence isn't good in real life, obviously. But let's not get off topic. So basically, I loved Sega Channel. I don't think we got it in 1994, but we did have it for like a year or two. But unfortunately, I just learned on Wikipedia why it ended. It ended on June 30th, 1997, because of the Sega Genesis failing. Now, I thought the Sega Channel failed, like the service. I thought the service failed on its own. But apparently the service was forced to stop since the Sega Genesis stopped production. Because, back then we were transitioning over from the 16-bit era. So, games eventually had to move on. Thirsty. So, Sega Channel was so great. Like I said, games started out like once a month. They would update the menus with even as like own menus, own background, own music, to go along with the theme and stuff like that. It was just so cool. And eventually they upgraded to new games every 2 weeks, which is really sweet. And this was a great way to try games. And yes, they were full version games. There were a couple instances where there were demos, like I just read on Wikipedia, where, for instance, like a preview build of Sonic 3D Blast came out, but the game would end automatically after you finish the first level. Or say like another game would only play for like 15 minutes. But on average, these were the full games with no time limits or restrictions or anything like that. It was such a great service, and it was a great way to have all those games on one cartridge. It was so cool. And I know we kind of have it today, like with the Xbox Live Arcade and the PlayStation Network and the Wii's Virtual Console. I think the Virtual Console is the best example of this. But they cost money each game. Like for the PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, and the Wii, they're all separate. I wish we had like services where we could download like 20 games a month. I mean, that would be just so great. I mean, what is holding them back from that? Maybe it's money issues, maybe it's issues with the developers and publishers, I don't know. I'm sure there's a whole story behind it, but I think the service like that would do great. I know there's like GameTap, but GameTap doesn't work on Macs, unfortunately. But yeah. So, to talk about games specifically, 3 games that stood out to me on the Sega Channel service. The first one was Bonkers. No, it does not have to do with the cat Bonkers. I think it was... Was it... What was Bonkers? Was it on the Disney Channel, or was it Cartoon Network, Fox in the morning, the cartoons they had Saturday mornings? I forget. But basically, it had nothing to do with the cat and the cop, Bonkers was a great puzzle/maze game where you were this little ball, you were bouncing around, trying to bounce to like similar colors and stuff, trying to get out of the maze. I don't know if that's a great description, but it was such a great game. And then, second game that stood out to me was Golden Axe 2. That was a fun game. Or it may have been Golden Axe 1, but I'm pretty sure it was Golden Axe 2. It was just like your other games, your, not run and gun. Oh, beat 'em up games, I guess they're called, where you just keep walking and you kill enemies. Kind of like the old Power Rangers games. Those are great. Don't laugh at me. The Power Rangers games are so freaking awesome. Well, obviously, I was a younger kid. Obviously, that stuff is good to me. And then the third one is Beavis and Butthead. This was a great game. I remember playing this game with my sister Kristen all the time. It was one of the few games where we could sit down together and actually have fun with a video game together. I just remember you had to do some weird stuff. You would like be sitting on the couch, and then I think you would go to levels through the TV. I'm not totally sure. This was so long ago. And you would, I'm trying to think. There was this one where you entered a fast food restaurant and you had to put like a dead rat in the French fry maker with where they fry them or whatever, or deep fry, or whatever it's called. If you guys remember any of these memories about any of these games, please tell me, especially Bonkers and Beavis and Butthead. Golden Axe 2 is cool, but Bonkers and Beavis and Butthead have more of a special place in my mind/heart, whatever you want to call it. Those were just great pastimes, and those were games that didn't really stand out to the general public, but these were games that stood out to me because they were just so different. So yeah. Okay, I'm hitting 6 minutes already. Thanks for watching, guys. I would love to hear your video responses or text comments or audio comments, whatever you feel comfortable with. Also, real quick, if you can, take a second and please, honestly, tell me how you like this series, because I've had a few people saying that they don't like it that much, but then I've had more people saying that they do like it a lot. So please be honest. I don't care if you don't like it. Just honestly, please tell me, because it's my job, and not job, but it's my hobby to give you guys videos that interest you, and I would hate to bore you and just waste YouTube's bandwidth. So yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to your responses, and this might be my last video before the holidays, so this might be the last time you see me. Have a great holiday, guys, and stay safe.